is really simple.
Sports, news, interviews.
It's a Tyrone Poole Show.
Sports, news, interviews.
It's a Tyrone Poole Show.
Sports, news, interviews.
It's a Tyrone Poole Show.
The Tyrone Poole Show. How about that?
That's pretty good, son. That's pretty good.
Hello, and welcome. I thank God for another opportunity to be with you, and I thank God for you taking this opportunity to join me. The purpose of the Tyrone Poole Show, what is the purpose of the Tyrone Poole Show? Well, the purpose of the Tyrone Poole Show is simply life is a university, and life is a university that offers us classes in trials, tests, and temptations. And all of us go through the principles of tests, trials, and temptations. It's our experience with the tests, trials, and temptations that separate us. Some of you may have been tested by your job today. Some of you probably were tested with your family today. Some of you probably were tested with yourself today. But the fact is, we all have different experiences with the principles of these classes that life offers us. And those classes, I believe, principal classes are tests, trials, and temptations. And I'll tell you this, the difference between those who overcome and those who don't overcome temptation, trials, and tests that life offers us, the difference between those who do and those who don't is 6 inches between the ears. How you think determines whether you win or lose. And when you win and you overcome, yes, guess what your reward is for overcoming? Guess what your reward is for winning? Your reward for overcoming, your reward for winning is the fact that you graduate to a new level of trials, tests, and temptations. And for those who are saying, man, I'm tired of taking tests, trials, and temptations, I'm going to tell you this. The only way you are exempt is when you are being viewed by people with flowers all around you, right? Yeah, you're 6 feet under the ground. So until that day comes, keep watching the Tyrone Poole Show. So you stay inspired, so you stay motivated, so you stay informed on how to work that thing and pass these classes that life offers us all. And just remember, I got the cliff notes. And also, I want you to know about the Tyrone Poole 38 Foundation. I also want you to know about this book can be found at the Tyrone Poole 38 Foundation. And also this book can be found at TyronePoole38.com. This book can also be found at WorkThatThing.com. This is a great book, 12 dynamic principles that will change your life. And how do I know that they would change your life? Because they changed my life. So you want to get this book. If you want to get it for someone else as a gift, please do. It will change their life. Plus, you help me to continue to help others. So go to TyronePoole38.com and get your autographed copy of Ultimate Success in the Game of Life. Action-packed, people. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Also, I want you guys to know about Work That Thing supplements. I know that your body is your business. My body is my business. My body has been my business for over 22 plus years, and it still is my business. So this is why I want to make sure that you guys have the best of the best when it comes to health. And Work That Thing supplements. Here I'm holding Work That Thing supplements for men. Also, I have Work That Thing multivitamins for women. So multivitamin for men and multivitamin for women. And actually, I'm going to take a couple of my multivitamins right now, right? And basically, size of the capsule, and you take two. I'm gonna take my two. You guys see it? I'm taking it. Yeah, taking my two. So again, multivitamins. I believe in multivitamins. I believe that when the weather gets cold, you definitely got to do two things. You got to eat right and you got to exercise. And a lot of us are not getting the proper nutrition. You can't eat all of that food and get the proper nutrition. So you got to have supplements. So again, work that thing, supplements, work that thing, men's multivitamins, work that thing, women multivitamins. Go to workthatthing.com and check out what we have to offer. There's plenty more into the store. Also, if you're looking for a keynote speaker, I am he. So you want to go to bookings at tyronepool.com and book me. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring so much information that you will have to hire someone to help you misunderstand what I am trying to get you to learn. So looking for a great keynote speaker, whether it's for commencement at a college, whether it's for a corporation, whether it's any type of higher learning, a workshop, I'm going to bring it. I'm like water. I take the shape of my container, but you're going to be informed. You're going to be motivated. You're going to be inspired. So keynote speaker, bookings at tyronepool.com. Also, I want to give shout outs to all those who are watching on YouTube, all those who are watching on LinkedIn, X, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you're watching. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Now, we know teamwork makes the dream work. So I believe that sports is a great metaphor for life. I really do. I believe sports is a great metaphor for life. I think we learn so much. I've learned so much about life and about business just playing sports. So I think sports is a great metaphor for dealing with relationships in life or relationships in business. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually take you guys back to 1995, 1996, the inaugural seasons for the Carolina Panthers. And my topic today that I'm going to talk about is how to build a high-performing team, And I'm going to use the example of the 1995 Carolina Panthers, 1996 Carolina Panthers, and describe to you the principles. Give you a different example, but you're going to hear the principles that I'm going to cover in today's show. So, how do you build a successful team? All right. The Carolina Panthers, we were one game away from playing in the Super Bowl in 1996. The inaugural season was 1995. And we built a super team that went to the NFC Championship game, 1996. Like I said, one game away from playing in the Super Bowl, just in our second year of existence. Something that had never been done before. Why were we able to do it? Because we had a blueprint. The 1996 Carolina Panthers, that season was our second year in the National Football League, second under head coach Dom Capers. And we played all our games. We played all of our games at a stadium called Ericsson Stadium. Now it's called Bank of America Stadium. But back then it was Ericsson Stadium. Ericsson used to be a phone company. But now it's Bank of America. So 1995, we went 7-9. That was pretty good for an expansion team. The following year, we made it to the playoffs for the first time in that franchise's history, 1996. We won our last 7 games in that 1996 season. And we finished with a 12-4 record. The result was that we won the NFC West. The result was we had a first round bye in the 1996 playoffs. We would go on and beat the Dallas Cowboys, beat them 26-17, before we eventually lost to the future Super Bowl champions, Green Bay Packers, in the NFC Championship game. And I tell you this about that NFC Championship game. People, it was cold. It was cold. It was cold. It was too cold, real cold. But what did we do to build that successful 1996 team? What did we do? What did we do? Well, it started after the last game of the 1995 season, which was against Washington. So just like you guys going to have a starting point if you're going to build success and build a successful team. So after the last game against Washington, the offseason comes up. Time to build. Time to build. So the 1996 Carolina Panthers staff, headed by, at that time, owner, founder Jerry Richardson, President Mike McCormick, and General Manager Bill Polian, and head coach Dom Capers. They went to work. They went to work, and the goal was to build a successful team that would bring a Super Bowl championship to the Carolinas. So the first step was they had to comb through the current roster to see who would stay and who they were going to release. The next step was to replace the holes, replace the players that were going to be released, or maybe they were picked up by some other team in free agency. So what the Panthers did to fill up those missing spots, we actually went and had our own free agency pickups. We went to the NFL free agency. We signed Steve Berline. We signed Dwayne Bickett. We signed Eric Davis. We signed Kevin Green. We signed Greg Stripnick. We signed Wesley Walls, who played had a real great season with us and played a very big role. So after we did the free agency thing, we also went to the NFL draft. The NFL draft, they draft some college guys and add those young players to the team that could not only help now, but they would also help in the future. In that draft, we picked up Tim Biaka-Patuka. We picked up Musin Muhammad, Winslow Oliver. We picked up J.C. Price, Norberto Garado, Emmanuel McDaniel. We picked up Marquette Smith, Scott Green, Donnell Baker, Kerry Hicks. But that wasn't what I remember most about that 1996 team, nor the 1995 team. And I guess what I remember the most from the 1995 and the 1996 Panthers team is that not only did we win, we had that change and we won the NFC. We went to the NFC Championship game in 1996. And not only did we win our division, but those things were not what I remembered. It wasn't the fact that we beat my childhood team, the Dallas Cowboys. That wasn't what I remember from that 1996 Panthers team. What I remember the most about that rebuilt Carolina Panthers team was that we beat the San Francisco 49ers. We beat the 49ers twice that year. Twice. I'm like, back in the 90s, we all know the 49ers, man, they were the it. It was the 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. So we beat two of the powerhouses back in the 90s. And we beat the 49ers twice. The great 49ers. And those victories against the 49ers let us know as a team that we were ready. Those victories against the Niners let us know that we had built a successful team. So, with all that said, today I want to talk to you guys about an essential aspect of success in any organization. So, whether your organization is a business, or whether your organization is a sport, or whether your organization is your household, I want to talk to you about that essential aspect in building a successful team. The ability to choose and cultivate a successful team is crucial. It's crucial. And achieving our goals and aspirations, it's crucial that you cultivate a successful team. If your goal is to be successful, if you aspire to be great. So the first thing that you have to do if you're trying to build a successful team, it starts with selecting team members. It's important when you're selecting team members to consider a diverse range of skills, experiences, perspectives. Now, I have the backdrop of the Super Friends. You guys remember the Super Friends back in the day? Well, the Super Friends had a diverse range of skills, experiences, and perspectives. So a successful team, I believe, is made up of individuals who bring unique strengths to the table, allowing the team to be well-rounded and capable of addressing a wide array of challenges. So embracing diversity not only enriches the team's problem-solving capabilities, but also it fosters an environment of creativity and innovation. I also believe that selecting team members, you got to remember this. When you are selecting team members, you also got to remember this. The ability to collaborate effectively is a fundamental characteristic of a successful team. So look for individuals who are not only talented in their own right, but also demonstrate a willingness to work together towards a common goal or objective, whatever the common objective is. A team that communicates openly, respects each other's opinions, and collaborate seamlessly is far more likely to achieve success than any group of individuals working in isolation. How many of you guys believe that? Do you think you can go far alone or far as a group? It has to be a group. And if you're going to go far as a group, you got to collaborate effectively. You got to communicate. In addition, and here's something else. In addition to individual skills and collaboration, it's important to consider this next one. You got to consider the overall dynamics of the team. Emotional intelligence and the ability to manage interpersonal relationships is crucial. Those are crucial skills that you got to have. A successful team, based off of what I've learned in sports, that's why I gave you guys the Carolina Panthers story. A successful team is one where members respect and support each other. That's what we did on the Carolina Panthers in 1996. Even though we had new guys coming in, we all were members of one body, one team, and we all supported each other. We all respected each other in that locker room, on that field. And we respected each other even in conflict. When we had conflict on the field, or there was a disagreement in the locker room or on the field, we still respected each other. We still supported each other. So when you're trying to build a successful team, you got to look for individuals who demonstrate empathy. They demonstrate self-awareness. They demonstrate a commitment to the well-being of the fellow team members. You guys understand what I just said there? When you're looking for individuals, you got to look for individuals with empathy, self-awareness, and commitment to the well-being of their fellow team members. Moreover, when you're choosing a successful team, when you're making and putting together your successful team, I think it's also essential to identify individuals who are adaptable, resilient. You got to get people who are able to adapt and who are resilient if you want to have a successful team. Because in today's fast-paced and ever-changing world, the ability to navigate uncertainty and overcome obstacles is invaluable. So seek out team members who embrace change. Look for people who, you know what, I'm not afraid of change. Seek out members who are open to new ideas and can maintain composure and focus in challenging situations. The last thing you want is somebody who, when things start to go wrong, they screaming and yelling and they getting all frustrated. You don't need that. You don't need that. So you got to seek members who embrace change. The last thing that you need, but certainly not the least, okay? What I'm about to say is the last thing, but definitely not the least. When you're building a successful team, you need to be led by individuals, or you need individuals on that team who are not only capable of making change and they got great skills, but you want individuals who are inspiring. You want individuals who are inspiring. Effective leadership, people, sets the tone for the entire team. Effective leadership, inspiring leadership. You want individuals who are providing guidance, providing motivation, and a clear vision for success. They know that. They see that. Again, I saw it all during my career, and I see it in business. That's why I can't work with certain people. That's why probably some people say they can't work with Tyrone, because what I just described to you, that's pretty much sometimes how I operate. Not sometimes, all the time. I'm inspiring. You ask anybody, am I inspiring? They'll say yes. So look for leaders who lead by example, empower their team members, and foster a culture of continuous learning and improvement. Now, what I just told you, all the 5 things I just gave you, so from selecting your team members to collaborating effectively, to overall dynamics of the team, to adapting, their ability to adapt and their ability to be resilient. And last, but definitely not least, you need people who are inspiring, inspirational. So what I just told you are principles. Principles. How do I know what I just told you are principles? Because we know principles don't change. Principles are, the reason why they call principles is because principles work regardless, day or night. north or south, east or west, Texas or in Japan. Principles are principles. So that's why I say what I just told you are principles. Because when it comes to football again, but I believe sports is a great metaphor for life now. I saw those same principles I just described to you used to build the same successful team in New England. Yep, I was a part of another winning team, the New England Patriots. We won back-to-back Super Bowls with what I just described to you. Winning back-to-back Super Bowls, people, that's difficult. But we were able to do it because of what I just told you today. So building a successful team, whether it's in life, building a successful team, whether it's in your business or any endeavor, requires a thoughtful and holistic approach. That means considering a diverse range of skills, fostering collaboration, nurturing positive dynamics, valuing adaptability, and embracing inspirational leadership. That was good. So we, me, you, us, I believe we can build teams that are not only capable of achieving success, but are also fulfilling, and enriching to all involved. Can't beat that, man. That's why we're champions. Champions. Teamwork builds championships. Teamwork makes the dream work. Now, if you want to be an individual, go right ahead. Individuals, yes, you will have success, but you're going to get individual accolades. The name of the game is to win as a team. You can go farther as a team than you can as an individual. So until next time, people, I pray that you prosper in everything and be in health, just as your soul prospers. So I thank God for this opportunity. And you know our mantra. Our mantra, work that thing with us or watch us work that thing. WTT 100, people. I'm out of here. Peace.